What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to be reviewing Scream 6. Now, this story isn't breaking any new ground. Of course, the film follows a new Ghostface killer who is targeting the survivors of the previous film. And pretty much everything that you expect to happen happens. I will say this opening sequence is actually pretty strong. It's actually pretty interesting, and it does make it seem like this film is going to go in a different light. Nostalgia, rehashing the exact same characters, rehashing the exact same gimmick that all of these movies.
Who gives a f about movies?
It just gets so tiresome. The motivations for the Ghostface killers are just stupid. And I wish they could just do something different, which this film starts to do, but then it ultimately stops doing. I am a huge Jenna Ortega fan. I've liked all of the films that I've seen her in. I think she's great. I think she does a really good job. I think she's definitely one of the standouts in terms of performances in this film, and I really do like her character. I like that even though she has been hurt by what happened in the previous film, her character is trying to move on, unlike her sister, who's held back by it, as well as other issues that she's dealing with. I'm glad Neve Campbell isn't in this film, because I feel at this point Scream has just nostalgia bait. Every time somebody says Scream, they always talk about the main three, and which one of them was killed off in the last film. But it's like we can't have a Scream film, and the film can't move off and branch off into different direction. And I'm glad that the film was able to carry on without her character. There are some pretty memorable scenes in this film that I think are actually really cool and are a bit different than what we've seen in the previous films. There was a store scene which was actually really intense, and there was also this scene where they're on a train. That scene was actually pretty intense as well. I did like seeing Hayden Panettiere, whatever her name is. I like seeing her character come back. She wasn't given much to do. In fact, she wasn't given crap to do actually in this film. There was also an interesting plot involving Sam, where online they're saying that she masterminded everything that happened in the previous film and is trying to benefit off of it the way the main villain was trying to do off the fourth film. And I thought that was actually a pretty clever thing that they introduced into the story. There are some things that must maintain consistency in the world. Sky must be blue. People shouldn't steal other people's stuff. Gas shouldn't rise the way they've been rising. Usually if a person gets stabbed like 30 times, they're dead. And I don't understand what is up with this film and in the previous film where a person gets stabbed and they don't die. All these people not dying from wounds that characters that aren't main characters die from, and they just die from one. Another thing is, the characters in this movie are just dumb. You've been through this over and over. You've been through this before. And some of the characters been through it over and over again. So you're telling me you haven't learned anything. When they mentioned that there was a Ghostface killer just started killing people, the first thing I would have did was got a gun. I would have been had a gun. I would have had protection. I would have been like Laurie Strode in the 2018 Halloween film. I would have had them Reese's. I would have been ready for that killer. And they keep talking about these stupid rules that are in these horror films.
Who gives a f about movies?
So one of the rules in the horror film is you gotta have a weapon. A gun, especially if you've done it before, been through this before. Nobody had a weapon. Dumb. It's like the next movie nobody's gonna have a gun. Nobody's gonna be actively ready for this, despite how smart they are. And I feel that they are a little bit better written in this film, the main cast, than they were in the previous film. And it's probably because situation has weighed on them, so they've had time to be a bit more serious about what's going on. And that's one thing I will say, I do like that they are a little bit more serious, because in the previous film and even in the film before that, they just thought of this as like a big joke. And then of course there's way too many conveniences in the plot. Stuff happens that doesn't make any freaking sense. Ghostface motivation, of course, is just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. I was so frustrated watching this movie. This was literally one of the worst movies I've seen this year. The kills are intense. I like that. There's some memorable moments.
It's not my fault I can't interpret your emotional Morse code.
The movie itself is just weighed down by just so much stupidity, incompetence. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of Jenna Ortega. She looks sexy as hell in this movie, but it's not enough to just make a good movie. The writing is the worst it's ever been. Scream 6 gets 1 out of 5. Guys, in the comment section below, let me know, what did you think about Scream 6? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me some things they could have done better, and tell me which one is your favorite Scream film. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on this channel. And we'll catch you guys later.
Who gives a f about movies?